There are some actresses that whenever I see them in a film, it just increases my love for the film 1,000%. Actresses like Adesua Itomi, Shafi Bello, and for this film, Funlola Ofiebi. Man, I love those women so much. And when I saw Funlola in this film, it increased my love for this film and it just made my heart start beating much faster. I love that woman so much and I loved seeing her in this film. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. In this video, I want to talk about Adire. Adire is a Netflix film that stars Kehinde Bankole as a sex worker that leaves the city and travels to a small town or a small village to become an entrepreneur in the village. The story of this film follows the stripper with the heart of gold kind of storyline because you see this woman that is a sex worker that suddenly starts getting the love and the affection of people that she meets in this village. And to be honest, this film was not a film that blew me away by any means, but it was a story that I still enjoyed. It was a good enough story, and a lot of things still came together to amplify the greatness of the story. Maybe not greatness, but just amplify the story to a much better level. One of the first things I want to talk about in this film is the performances, starting with Kehinde Bankole. When the story started and I saw Kehinde Bankole as a sex worker, it wasn't convincing to me, and it felt like she was acting. And I think it actually makes sense because as a sex worker, you have to play a role to make your clients happy. But it didn't feel convincing to me. But now I'm even thinking about it again. Maybe it actually made sense for it to play out like that. So it was not very convincing to me. But as the story went on, her performance became much more convincing and much more personal. Like she was now getting more into it, and her performance got better as the story progressed. Another person I loved in this film was Fulola Ofiebi. I mean, I already said it in the beginning. I like this woman, and I saw her in this film. Her performance in this film, not even because I like her, but her performance in this film was very, very good. It was unapologetic, and she held nothing back. She delved into her character, and she just played it so well. Like at a point, you could even start feeling a kind of weight towards this woman, and that just goes to show how good her performance was. Her performance was incredible. Another person I liked in this film was Kelechi Udegbe. I've not seen him play this kind of role before, and when he played it so well. Like honestly, he was a standout character in this film. Every time he was on scene, I was just giddy and so excited to see him. And every time I saw him, I loved what he was doing on screen. And it just hurt me that he wasn't on screen much. But man, the few times I was on scene, he stole the show, and I loved his performance in this film. The cinematography of this film was very beautiful. The way some of the scenes were designed was like, yo, so good. The camera framing, where they put the character and the things that are behind the character, all those things came together beautifully and just made me appreciate the cinematography so so well. And the set designs, man, the set designs felt so accurate to the place they were. Like it looked so beautiful, and seeing the set design was something that just got me more into the story and made me appreciate the story and the design and cinematography also well. Everything like that came together brilliantly. But one thing that I wish that they had done with this film was I wish they had spoken Yoruba because these people are in the Yoruba town. They are in Oyo, I think. Yes, they are in Oyo, and they were speaking English, and it felt like this thing does not feel as realistic. They spoke a little bit of Yoruba, yes, but I feel like people that are in that place at that time, they will be speaking more of Yoruba, and if they even be speaking English, maybe just few English. But these people are always speaking English, and it felt not as realistic. And they all had Yoruba names, legit Yoruba names. And to hear all these people with legit Yoruba names speaking English, it was not just convincing enough to me, and it made it feel not as realistic, and it just took me out of the experience. So I wish they had spoken more of the Yoruba language and less of English. It would have made the film much more realistic and it would have made me get into the story more. And there was something I liked with this film, the way they explored the theme of religion and hypocrisy. It was something that I really enjoyed because it's something that really happens. You see, most of these religious people, they are the ones that even have, maybe not all the time, but they are not always practicing what they preach. Their religion preaches love, but they are always hateful. So I like the way they explored that theme and it felt so realistic and it just made me realize, man, the hypocrisy of these people is just out of the world. And honestly, that's what happens in real life. Those people that always carry religion on their head, so to speak, they are the ones that are always doing the most shitty things and are most of the time hateful. And I love the way this film explored that aspect. And that thing I liked about this film was the moments of comedy. The comedy in this film world, it was not like outrageous comedy or outrageous funny comedy, but the moments of comedy still help the film. And sometimes I laughed out loud while I was watching this film and just made me enjoy the film more. And this film was longer than necessary. There's some scenes that could have been completely cut out and it will not affect the whole story. And there's some scenes that were just longer than necessary. It just added to the overall lengthy, long time of the film. So this film could have been cut and will still make sense. It should have been like an hour and 45 minutes and they would have still told what they wanted to tell and still made a comprehensive story. But this film ran for over 2 hours and at a point I was just like, as this film not ended, I enjoyed it, but man, it ran for so long. But as much as the story ran for so long, the pacing was also very good. The pacing was good. The filmmaker was always one step ahead of the audience, and so something that made me appreciate this film more. The director knew what he was doing. The cinematographers did a great job. The actors performed well, and everything else just came together beautifully for this film. And this film worked. The film didn't blow me away, but I enjoyed it. So, have you guys seen Adire? What do you think about it? Comment below and let me know. Is this your first time on my channel? My guy, subscribe to my channel for more contents like this. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Cheers.